Fouls the bad guy. Normally, we love you, Woto. But you see this banter, where you want banter with VDM, so it no go easy for Ezekiel. Now legit, say you get money and you still get connection join. But see, make I cap you. E get as this Montana go take tie vandana. The connection and the money go disembark. They no go fit cap, they no go fit echo. You damn. So I beg, fouls the bad guy. For the love wey we get for you, disembark from that your doings wey you dey try practice, because e no go funny. Na money you get, na still connection you get, no be fans. VDM got fans. VDM got squad. Not just fans. VDM got rattle. If you know the meaning of rattle, boy, you no go want trespass normally. VDM get rattle gang. And rattle gang choke richo for any color where you enter for this armor. So I beg, na beg I dey beg. I know they pressure you. I know they threaten you. Based on the love wey me Lion get for you, fouls the bad guy. I pray make you Facebook this video with your iPhone. Comot body from VDM Montana because you go tie vandana, no be choice. As it stands now, they no suppose they fight VDM again for this country. See, we the rattle gang na full nation we be. We be like bandits. We be like Boko Haram. We be like unknown gunmen. We boy for everywhere. We demande for everywhere and we dey buy paracetamol. We can't still dey buy paraforce. We can't still dey raw Veslin for our Facebook. We can't dey vex. So I beg, fouls the bad guy. Buy trophy. Sip am. Make it for buy slippers, chillers. May you disembark your sorrow. Make you dey alright. You damn. You damn. I beg. I dey beg you, fouls. Based on say we dread you for the street and we see you as Mandela when you face shoe and your shoe shine. Now why me can't they cap you? Make your money and connection no go fuck you up because they know they challenge rattle. Now they read my dream tires and they cap you. Peace and love to you, fouls the bad guy. Now me, Lion.
Different calls from US, from Italy, from Germany, within Nigeria. In fact, I can't count. In fact, over 100 calls today. But I was particular about two calls. Two calls. One call. In fact, it's my friend. If you see this video, no vex, but I have to say it because it goes to show how sometimes we too are contributory to the problem of this country. That he's not angry with me because Falana is his uncle, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, this is not about who is your uncle. It's not about Falana, it's not about Bobrisky, it's not about VDM. It's about a system. It's about a country in total peril. It's about a desire to see a country work. So if we begin to put these sentiments in front, we can never get it right. Because if it's this one, I will say it's my brother. If it's that one, you will say it's your brother. That way, nobody is going to pay for anything. And we'll move in this vicious cycle that has continuously perpetuated the corruption in this country. So do not be offended that I made a case against Falana. I don't know him. Probably don't want to know him. Then, the other call I received was a guy trying to tell me that VDM will lose the case should the case go to court. Now, there's what we call cognitive dissonance. This is a situation where when our mind continuously becomes accustomed to a particular event, our brain begins to normalize it. And therefore we see it as normal. Now, because our judiciary is corrupt, we tend to be disillusioned about having favorable outcomes irrespective of whether we follow due processes or not. That is wrong. However, I was able to call my lawyer friend and said, what constitutes a defamation of character? What is it that constitutes a defamation of character? Now, for starters, for there to be a defamation of character, the purported statement must be untrue. That means the purported statement, that is the first criteria for there to be a defamation of character. The statement purported must be untrue. For there to be a defamation of character, the purported statement must be untrue. That is the first criterion. The second criterion will be that the said statement that is untrue must have a negative effect on the person claiming defamation. Now, when I called my lawyer friend, he said that actually, truthfully, the onus of proof, because I asked him, I said, in the case of VDM and Falana, somebody made a recording and somebody presented that recording in which the voice of the person who made the allegation is recorded. Who is defaming who? He actually said it is the person that made the record available legally. Okay. But should the person be able to prove that the statement contained in that recording is true, that means for purpose of justification, it is no longer defamation. So the long and short of my conversation with my lawyer friend is that there will be no case of defamation of character if the actions contained in that recording is true. If it's established that, I'm not saying that the allegations contained in that statement is true. If it is established that the recording is real and that voice belongs to Bobrisky, the voice belongs to Bobrisky, the onus of proof now shifts from very dark man to Bobrisky. If you are a legal practitioner and you are following me, please, you can discredit my argument here or not and say. So yesterday on Channels Television, Falana was reverberating, fuming that because he is chairing or is heading a group of legal luminaries that have international status, he wouldn't want to condescend by going into legal litigation. All they want is an apology that meets his standard. An apology from VDM that meets his standard. Let me tell you what an apology does. Once you apologize for something, it's technically an admission of guilt. Now, is an apology good? Fine. But since in this instance, it's going to take a legal tone, we are discussing, obviously with the way the whole thing have turned out, it's going to have, we are swimming in a legal pool. There's a legal smoke everywhere. So it would be dangerous for anybody to be tendering apologies. Now, it's just like Fals coming to say he's sorry for all the confusion that the case has brought to him and his family. You see. Now, let me also go back to something I said yesterday in the video. I told Very Dark Man that the can of worms that he has popped open is a complex dynamic of a type of immorality that has defined our cultural society today. And perhaps it goes beyond the mere perspective of just pointing out names that are involved in this morality. It goes beyond that. So, what we see are different facets in the country that are indicators of how rotten the country has become for many years. That is our judiciary, our police, our army, our executive, our judiciary, our everywhere, including you and me. We are all contributory to the wrath in this so-called fabric that defines us as Nigerians. So this case is not about entertaining ourselves because there is gossip to be heard. It's a moment that defines us if we can truly call ourselves Nigerians, if we can truly call ourselves a nation if we can truly define ourselves as contemporary people, as seen elsewhere in more responsible climb in developed worlds. So some of us have not spent time to develop the rationality that our minds should ordinarily collect. We have lacked the inability to rationalize. The place of rationalization has been occupied by our biases that has been cooked up by our religious proclivities and tribal proclivities. Hence, we lack the ability to accommodate fairness, equities, and justice. Do I believe Nigeria can work? No. Do I believe we can work with the right leadership? Yes. Our problem is simply a problem of leadership. And when the head is corrupt, everything that comes underneath will definitely be corrupt. yeah, man. Some of us don't understand grammar. Sure, you get me? Anyway, jokes apart. Mr. Falana is on a threshold of ridiculing himself. VDM has nothing to lose. If they lock VDM, it will be big news. After all, he go wear a short knicker with with that trouser. We have some where they tie rope, where they shokoto hair, shokoto. Go wear shokoto, can't take a picture. It will be more content for his page. But they put Falana for prison. It will be big news. It will be big news, Abi. So I spoke and I said yesterday that it would have been best for Falana to remain silent. It would have died off naturally. Making that interview on channels. Imagine if Shehu invites VDM to channels television. Imagine if VDM goes to that same channels television as a reporter. Right now, VDM, I know he's holding back because of whatever little respect he has left. I saw the video he made today regarding the Falana's response on channels TV. So, when he throws away that respect, I trust you, believe me, God, Falana has a lot to lose. The Falanas are walking on thin ice. They are walking on thin ice. And I implore them to be careful, to be circumspect. Otherwise, the wrath, the worms in this can, they've laid egg. In fact, the yet of it all is not, we've not seen the rest of it all. Now, the other part that I want to say, it's okay to love your son. I love my son. I have 2 sons. God knows I love them. You touch any of them, I will show you what the love of a father is. I want them to grow up and become gentlemen. I want them to grow up and be neat. They speak in environment. They speak so maturely. They have wives. They get erection in front of women, you know. And those things that you see and you say, yes, this is my son in whom I'm well pleased. But I cannot be pleased in a son that involves himself in immorality. I cannot be proud in a son that is illiterate. I cannot be proud in a son that involves himself in questionable character. Judging from that interview alone, if I'm VDM, all I need to do is just replay everything on the channel's interview. Number 1, Falana, in your own submission, admitted there was indeed a communication between Bobrisky and Fals. So there was a communication. And the communication was a motion to seek for assistance of 3 million naira. You said it, the whole world heard it. We saw it, we listened to it. You understand? So if I have a friend, there must be, not necessarily a sexual relationship. That's not what I'm saying. But there must be a deep relationship for me to call somebody to ask for 3 million naira as help. As I do like this now, whoever I can call and say, give me 30K, borrow me 30K, must be a very close friend. Even 10K self, 10,000, it must be a very close friend. So there must be a strong relationship. If I can have someone I can call to give me 100,000, that person must be influential, and that person must have a relationship with me to the point that he can give me 100,000. If I can have someone that can call me, that can give me 3 million naira, there must be a relationship. Now, what type of relationship? I don't know. Now, for you to say, Bobrisky, don't call me again, and they should call the correctional service. Who is Bobrisky to the point that he should have access to the controller general of prisons to make calls to you? This is Bobrisky, for crying out loud we are talking. He has no degree. He's somebody who just decided, He has degree. Okay, then my wife correct me. He has a degree. Okay, is somebody who we know was a riffraff who chose to change from, he first said he's a cross-dresser, but I saw an interview who said when he was a man and he wouldn't dream of becoming a man again. So he's a woman. Which is it? In one instance, you are a woman. In another instance, you are a man. In another instance, and see, there's a whole lot that is going on here. There's a whole lot that is going on here. And I advise Falana to be circumspect. To be circumspect means to be careful. Because the more you push it, yes, they may lock VDM. Yes, you might use the power of the law to twist it and give it a different narrative to the extent that VDM will lock. But in the court of social media, in the court of the popular masses, your name has been destroyed. You have lost it. Even as it is, after that interview on channels, you have lost quite a lot of respect already. Already, you have lost quite a lot of respect because from the calls I got yesterday, a lot of people were fuming and getting angry. So it is best you let, in fact, this will not be dog where they sleep safe. You let this dog lie. If the dog can go back to sleep again, it only time can cajole this dog to sleep. But for now, you have stirred the hornet's nest. And the only person that will undo you now is not VDM, it's yourself. It's okay to defend a child, but not to the extent that you defend the child. When we respond, you defend the child to the point of him thinking you are supporting his corruption.